What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we have the new Falcon, Mr. Torres, and we are here in the CCP. And before we get into the gameplay, let's actually see what his abilities look like. So I'm also going to show you unawakened and then awakened gameplay so you can see the difference. The awakened ability is nice, but we're going to get into it once we'll see the rest. So this guy heals special attack damage from basically non-critical hits. It's the same ability of like anti-venom, but it's only for specials. So he heals 40% of the damage taken, and it can also increase by a flat 10% 3 times. So if the opponent throws 3 special attacks in the fight, you can heal 70% of the damage taken, which is actually not bad. So that means he's like pretty tanky, even if you block the special. Now with his 4th light attack, he places those debilitate debuffs, and they max stack of 2. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the debility increases the debuff duration. So I think that's what it does. He also doesn't benefit from the precision buff, which is really nice for a science champion. And then if he does dex, he doesn't gain the precision, and instead he pauses traumas for 5 seconds. And this goes into a cooldown for when you throw in next special attack. This is the exact same ability of Ironheart, where when she dexes, she places 2 debuffs on the opponent. And then once you throw a special, you get back that ability. Then this guy has 2 instincts. So he's got the defensive and the aggressive instinct. So he gets like different abilities while he has those instincts. So on the defensive one, he gains a passive bulwark. It's indefinite. And when the opponent throws a special, you just like that, you inflict a slow debuff for 16 seconds. That in itself is really strong utility, I'm not gonna lie. And then when he's in the aggressive mode, when the opponent suffers from slow effect, you have a 45% chance to inflict a 5% trauma debuff for 12 seconds, max stack at 30. So it sucks that it's only 5%. I wish it was a little bit more strong, but at least like 30 stacks is quite nice. And then also your dash attacks pause your slow debuff. And then also he has the velocity charges. So he gains 1 when the opponent will be inflicted by a non-damaging debuff, excluding trauma debuffs. So that means including your parry stun. And then also when you bait a special, you place another one. While at max charges, he reaches peak performance, which means he can gain both the effects of aggressive and defensive instincts when he throws a special. And while active, reaching max velocity refreshes the effect and re-inflicts the physical vulnerability buff, which you basically place when Red Wing swaps instincts. So like if you are at the peak performance and you get at it again, you place that physical vulnerability. And also another thing that I forgot to mention here is that whenever you do your second medium attack, you will swap your stances or after the opponent's special attack. So that's how you swap your stances at 2 ways. Now with the special 1 and special 2, if you're on defensive, you place a non-stacking 20% special weakness debuff, actually pretty nice. You know, paired with the fact that he heals a lot from that special, it's nice. When you're the aggressive though, you place this, or you get this fury passive and 1 velocity charge, which is really nice. So again, if you're in the peak performance, you get both effects. And then on the special 2, you pause all non-damage debuff excluding stun during the special and 6 seconds after. And each hit also inflicts a personal trauma debuff. I believe he has like 6 hits or something. And then the special 3 is basically if you want to stay at both instincts basically, because as you can see, you gain those velocity charges, and then while you have this active weakness debuff on the opponent, this special weakness debuff, you also get velocity charges when you place traumas. So you're going to be placing traumas with your basic attacks. That means you're going to get velocity charges. That means you're going to, you know, always have 10 charges, which means you're going to refresh your mode where you have both effects, both instincts. Now for his awakened ability, he gets more potency on the bulwark. Also he deals burst of physical damage when the opponent's unstoppable or evade effect fails to trigger durability accuracy reduction. That is really nice because he has the slow. You basically have the slow like the whole fight. And then Falcon's vulnerability buff also from swapping pauses during all special attacks, because I think if he's unawakened, it's only on the opponent's specials. And then at the start of the fight, you place a slow debuff, and this is removed if you place your other slow debuff. So, you know, it's a really nice slow if you just want to start with it and just don't worry about evade or unstoppable at all. Okay, so now we have some gameplay. This is going to be against 300,000 HP Iron Fist. I just want to show you the rotation. So you want to start with a couple of parries so you can get those non-damaging debuffs on the opponents, so you increase your charges. And then you want to do 2 lightning combos to get this debilitate, max it out. You can throw a special one here once you swap phases to get the Fury passive to do like a little bit more damage. And you're working towards your special 2 now. We have 10 charges here. That means our next special attack will activate our phase where we have both effects, both instincts. And ideally I want to throw the special 2 with a bit of Fury and physical vulnerability. So we did that. And you know, the damage was like fine. I'm gonna say his damage does not feel great. It just feels okay. 42 seconds for 300,000. Again, this is a 7-star rank 1 though. This is unawakened as well. So you could have lost like your physical vulnerability if it's not, you know, paused too much. And you will see in the next fight, which I'll be fighting Unstoppable Colossus, he's gonna get some burst damage when his Unstoppable fails to trigger from the slow while being awakened. So yeah, this guy, I would say I would not use this guy for damage. He has okay damage, I want to say, like, and it's not more than that. Like, it's just okay. And yeah, you know, his utility is really good though. Like, he has that slow, the opponent is like basically slowed like the whole fight, which is really nice. And then on top of that, you heal a lot of, you know, special damage. But yeah, I don't know, like this guy, he's cool, but I definitely prefer the other champion, Zola. Like, Zola is like 10 times better than this guy, 100%. But let's go for the special one here, get that Fury. We got nice traumas right here. And the damage starts feeling a little bit better. You know, we get some nice red numbers. So as you can see, he's not awful. Damage is fine. It's definitely fine. But it's you know, it's not at the crazy level. For sure. Showcase the heavy attack right there. So how much did it take him for, like, I think like 480,000 or something? That was a minute and 12. You know, not too bad. Not too bad. Now moving on to Unstoppable Colossus, so we can see the burst damage when the Unstoppable fails. Starting with a slow while being awakened, which is really nice. And he might take some, I think he's going to take some damage here. Once he throws a special. Yeah, it was 2,000. It wasn't too good. It wasn't too good. But it's nice to have, I guess, if the opponent like gets a lot of those evades or unstoppables. So another thing that I forgot to mention is that this guy makes the opponent aggressive. And that actually kind of makes up for his damage, his lack of damage. Because as you can see, he just throws a special immediately. I believe when the opponent is slowed, they are just more aggressive. I'm gonna correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, dude, like he kind of makes them pretty aggressive. And yeah, like I said, it kind of makes up for the lack of damage. It's always really nice utility to make the opponent aggressive, man. Like with the AI these days, it's awesome. You know, She-Hulk and Stark's body with a taunt. It's just always nice to have those kind of abilities. But yeah, man, this guy has a simple rotation. You go for like 2 lightning combos and just race up to your 10 charges while parrying and baiting specials. Because when you bait a special, you place 2 on the opponent, because when you bait a special, you place 1. And because they get a slow when they throw a special, you get 2 charges. So yeah, just work on your way up there to the 10 charges. Make sure you have both effects so you can place those drama debuffs and get that nice Fury, and also get the nice benefits of, you know, applying that slow. That was a nice 15,000 burst damage medium attack. That wasn't bad. Now let's see, we have 25 traumas and the Fury as well. Yeah, look at that. That was like a 24k medium attack. Yeah, this guy's definitely alright, man. Like, his damage is not bad. It's not bad. It's just the big thing about him is the utility. The slow, the fact that he doesn't trigger precision, and the crazy heal he gets from specials. And what else? Also, he has the aggressive, makes the opponent a lot aggressive. So yeah, man, let me know what you guys think about Falcon. Again, I do like him. I wouldn't go crazy for him if I want to try to like get him. I would say if you compare him to our name Zola is like 10 times better, because he's such a crazy champion. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about Falcon, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.